So with the market, you would default have this important goods where it'll tell you all the important stuff and then what the prices are right now. If it's red, it's usually bad. If it's yellow, it's meh, it's average, and then green is good. Uh, right here, you see how purchase the green would be good. Uh, with all these different things, see these all do different bits. Play guitar. Interesting. But you see all the different raw market goods. These are all the raw goods needed for the different stuff. You could see how manufacturing business, or well, what type of business this is for. This is for herbalists, uh, stuff like that, alchemists, farms, mines, scriptoriums, and stuff like that. Same with the food. You can see where they're produced. The little symbols, like that's bakery symbol. Right here is a butchery symbol, and then so on and so on. Uh, right here, weapons are very important in that if you look at them, they do different things. They give you attack and defense power. Like if you looked in uh, the previous bit where we talked about the different attack skills, very important for your transporters, really. Next are your crossbows. So that's all the. Oh, this is what they do, really. This is technically what they're made of. So if you're planning to do a manufacturing bit, this is what you need to make them. Uh, Here, your purpose for this would be really to use this as attack, so as uh, rogues or something like that. Next is your rapier. I don't even know if that's the right term or right way to say it. That's always said it. It's pretty good, but the thing you should always be buying uh, for your transporters are maces because they have good attack power, or was it maces? Something. Whatever had the most defense power. I forget. I think I've always bought maces because the maces were the cheapest and they did the most damage. Or rapiers, I forget which one. But the purpose is buy your transporters weapons, especially if they run in and out of the city a lot, because then they could get mugged. Like these two people down here, they're fighting each other, getting one is probably mugging the other. Next is your armor, defense power, pretty standard. Handguns, uh, pretty good, pretty cool, because you could equip a weapon, a handgun, and a shield. Uh, Plate mail, same thing as armor. Just you replace your clothes with armor, then bam, that's what you get. Uh, Next is a shield, defense power, pretty good. Daggers, pretty good if you don't really have much to sell. Like if you start as a manufacturer, it's very important or very good to have your main character just carry around a dagger just in case. Next is chainmail, same thing as plate mail and leather armor. Short sword, same thing as other swords, just less powerful. Gabison, just Gabison. And then iron bracers, these are put on your arms. So, uh, in this case, this is your arm. This is your weapon. This is a talisman. These are 3 extra bits. Shields go on the extra bit, so it's very. What my classic strategy is to get a mace, a firearm, some sort of armor, a shield, and then we go to where is it? Luxury items here. Luxury items are important in that they give you bonus, basically bonus base stats, which are very good. Like the perception here, the belt here, like this guard dog you just have up here, and various other stuff like that. It's very good to have the ones that boost your stats, especially as you get older and more powerful, because more people will try and attack you if you're not inside a building doing something. As you can see, there's also this big section for clothing, in that you get certain bonuses depending on the clothing. Nobleman's, as you can see, defense power, garb of arrogance, reputation bonus, money bag, and then bam, 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 so on and so on. Very good, or I wouldn't say very good, except this camouflage coat. That's pretty good. But I'd rather personally, I'd wear an armor suit than some fancy clothes. Next are your essentials. So this is usually processed goods, but not the final product. Like how wheat flour and flour can be turned into bread or something like that. And these were your different sort of things you can use. Poems you could read off to lovers to make them love you more. Carrying bag allows you to have more space. It'll add +5 to +5, so you'll have 10 and 10. Riding horse, it'll give you one more storage slot and allow you to move a lot faster. Horse-drawn cart, it moves you faster. It adds 2 more extra slots and then adds 15, so you could carry 20, 20, 20, 20, which is very, very good. But the thing is, not a lot of people produce this. It's very rare. So eventually, if you want horse-drawn carts, you're gonna have to produce them yourself, sort of thing. Next is handy carts. Handy carts are very good because someone produces them somehow, somewhere, and they basically do the same thing as a horse-drawn cart, but it's less movement speed and one less slot, so it's 20, 20, 20. Personally, I would not put anything besides a riding horse as a thing for your own family, per se. Next is all these different bonuses, random bonuses and stuff like that. Silver rings, little chains, stuff like that. And these are basically in between goods that you need to make other better goods, per se, like wheat flour and fat make bread and stuff like that. Next is the black market goods, where you get all your shifty stuff. And if you hold right click, it'll tell you if it's legal or illegal. And if you see at night, you see guards walking around. Sometimes they could stop you, and if you get caught with the illegal stuff, I think you get fined. Or depending on the thing, I think you could also get put in jail. But yeah, you can see some of this stuff is legal, some of the stuff is illegal. Personally, if it is legal, I'd like to buy poisons and stuff and put them on my hitman and go around killing people. Next is your furniture. I don't really think this does much. Some of it does, but missing lock OXO, you can see that this is not really meant to be bought. Finally is your tools. Some of this is needed for manufacturing, and some of them are completed. You could see how fittings right here are used for different stuff and things like that, but mostly the only real things you'll really be tabbing to is weapons and armor, important goods, and probably essentials. Those are the real 3 things you'll be tabbing a lot to around here.